friends, happy October daily. I hope everyone is having so much fun this spooky season. I actually am finally getting a chance to sit and do some catch up. So what I have up here is October dailies that are completed, which is up into year 2021. And what I have down here are unfinished. So this is the second half of 21, 22, 23, 24, and now we're on 25. So I'm going to bring this basket over to my desk and show you where I'm at. Life happened to get in the way, and these got undone. So I am making this video to hold myself accountable and to show you my process. I had someone make a comment on my last video saying they'd love to see the inside of these. And honestly, I would too, because I don't even know where I left off. So let's take a peek. Grab yourself some spooky cider, a mixed drink, or some coffee or tea, and let's hang out. Okay, so here we are. We are at my desk. This is an acrylic bin that I purchased from Target, and I've just been keeping my October dailies that I haven't finished in here. But this is, let's move this out the way. This is 2021, and as you can see, it is so super thick that I actually had to go to another year. I have a flip through of this on my Instagram, but for me, October daily is, I'm a seasonal scrapbooker, so this is my chance that I get to be creative. So I like to add lots of texture, and of course I love Halloween, and so, you know, I get to actually play and create, and so I miss it. I had a work injury that prevented me from doing anything, doing the things, my hobbies that I loved. And so I look forward to getting back in the swing of things. So let me know if you'd like a full flip of this 2021, just to get a peek inside. It's filled with so many fun memories, and this is what I do October daily for, because I want my little babies to see what they were doing that year. And I just love to hang out with my kids. So this is 2021. And what I had to do was, I found myself needing another binder. I just added some scrapbook paper. This isn't even a Halloween line. And then I just added a few little embellishments here. But this is not finished. So I got to printing the photos, just didn't get a chance. Am I in frame? I just didn't get a chance to embellish. So most of the photos are in here. We've got some little pockets, and I just need to go back in and journal. So this was year 2021, and it's just us hanging out. And so I am looking forward to finishing up this 2021, which will be so easy because I already have pretty much all the photos in here. And this is where I got to. So sometimes in order to move through October daily, because it's hard to scrapbook in real time, and in real time, I mean, do the activity, then sit at your desk and scrapbook it. It just like doesn't happen sometimes. So for the most part, I will do October daily in batches. And that's maybe one day printing all the photos, another day punching holes. So here we're getting close to the end where I kind of tapped out. My sisters and I went on a field trip, And so this is year 2021. That's as far as I got for 2021. And then in 2022, I got this beautiful, gorgeous album, Citrus Twists. And I absolutely adore anything Mindy Laceville creates. So this year, let's see how far I got. Basically, I have my cover page. I have us getting together. We watched Hocus Pocus 2. We had a party at my son's house. We had a viewing of it. It was so fun. We had a really good time. Max was asleep. He wasn't even in this photo. And then I have just a little documentation of the girls over at the BFF Club. But that is all that I did. So this is going to be a challenge because, like I said, what I'm going to do is go back and batch print and then punch the holes, figure out what paper I'm using, and then I'll go back and do the journaling. So that's kind of my method. 2023, my friend Janet challenged me to create an October daily because I did not want to buy an album because I hadn't even finished the years prior. So I was like, and she was like, why don't you just make one? And so I had a cinch and I just bought an old book and I tore it apart. Here we are. 2023. That's my placeholder, I guess. And so some of the images I really, really liked. I just added white paper. I think I added some black. I kept some of the pages from the book. Here we have some vellum, some spiderweb black pages. So this one literally has nothing. And so when I go on to do this album, I will basically probably not print as much and be choosy as to what stories I'm going to tell, only because I didn't really add too many photos in here. Worst comes to worst, I can use a cinch and add it and kind of just cut it in and add it in between. But that is what 2023 was looking like for me. Here is 2024. This is an album that is from Ellie Edwards that I covered with vinyl. It was it was a December Daily album. And I knew I wasn't going to use it for December Daily. So I was like, you know what? This is going to be my Franken October Daily. And so me and Janet were calling it a Franken, you know, like they say Franken planners, but we ended up calling it a Franken planner. So I kind of just I pretty much stuck like Happy Mail that people gave me in this little makeshift pocket. But I did start. Here's October Daily 2024, Spooky Town, California. Hope you guys can see that. Let me move this off. And then I started off with us watching Beetlejuice. And we had a Beetlejuice birthday party for me, which was really fun. I ordered a wig. I made this big backdrop at Walgreens. And we just had some soda. And we added green to the drink. And then here I documented Wednesday's Whopper. And this was the bag that came from Burger King. It says you rang, and that's Lurch. So fun. And then here I just have cut out of the crown. Here I am wearing the crown. So for me, like, October Daily is an opportunity to just like do fun Halloween activities. So I have my work cut out for me on this one because, like you see, there's hardly any photos in there. And then 2020 is an album that's near and dear to my heart because I had surgery. I had a work injury and I had surgery. And so I feel a little bit stronger where I can mentally and physically want to create. And so here I am. This is 2025. I actually picked out a book and kind of just played with it and decided I would put these guys on my cover. I purchased the kit from Coco Daisy, And so I'm just super excited to finally get back into scrapbooking. And so I'm going to use this pop-up book throughout. So I'll have my October daily intro page here, a little something to my family, but I didn't get far. And so here we are, October 25. I'm not sure if I'm going to dive into October 2025 and then go back. But we'll see. Let me know if you would love to see my progress and my journey. I'd love to share it here with you on YouTube. If you have October dailies that you haven't finished, you know, it's not a crime. Scrapbooking is basically, you know, a hobby that you can come back to whenever you want. And so I'll just show you what I have here in my cart, my little basket. So this is another, I randomly will go to thrift stores and kind of pick out like books that I want to turn into like an October daily. I have some plates that I would love to incorporate. I've got a book here, The Monster Mall. I probably bought this thinking, you know, of my grandson Max because he's in kindergarten, but this is a level 2. And then here I took some pages out of a book that I bought at the thrift store, and it's got gingered pumpkin soup, pumpkin and lemon soup, spiced pumpkin bread, healthy, hearty pumpkin soup. And so here we have some pumpkin ice cream. So I can use these basically as a filler page. I have a little card here. This my friend Liz gave me, and there's goodies in here to add to my October daily. A little, if you know me, you know I love Halloween. I start celebrating in like July. But this was just going to be a little book documenting like my mugs and stuff. I also collect mugs. So it looks like I only got to the first page on that, but I actually did print some photos. I went to camp, BFF camp. It's me and my friend Shelly. And so I do have the majority of my photos already printed for, gosh, I can't recall what year, but that's half the battle, is just printing photos, you know? So make it fun. Otherwise, you're going to get really, really bored. And so, for instance, like this is me and Janet, and her son were having a, she had bought a whole bunch of cookies at Trader Joe's. And so I was like, oh, let me take a photo of you guys. You guys should do a contest between the cookies and see which ones you guys like. And so it was just fun. I just screenshot it. So like, you don't really have to do like something super duper October daily. And most of the time I'm just documenting like my mugs, some cereal, and of course, just events that I happen to participate in. So this year is almost done. I'm super excited about that. Here's some Frankenstein wine. Here is some crumble cookie. Let's see what else I have in here. Like I said, my little cards that get sent to me. This one's from my friend Corey. And that's about all I have in here. I am so super excited to get back into crafting, and I hope that you will stick around. In fact, I'm going to show you this. I picked up a taco from Jack in the Box today because I was so starving when I got off of work, and I didn't realize that there was a drive-thru like on my way home. And I was just like, can I have one taco? And I didn't realize, but they're calling it Monster Taco for the month of October. So I'm like, I need to cut that and put that in my album this year. Thanks for sitting here and chatting with me and listening with me. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. How is your October daily going? Are you documenting in real time? Or are you going to let October pass and kind of like complete the month album in November? So I usually give myself a timeline. I would tell myself by November 18th, October daily has to be done, because that would give me the opportunity to start prepping on December daily. And with that method that I just explained to you, is how I finished my 6 October dailies and my like 9 December dailies. So maybe I'll come back on and show you like what I have so far with my December daily, because I happen to just completely stop, crafting once I got injured. And so I have the same situation pretty much for my December daily. So if you'd love to see a video on that, please feel free to leave a comment with me. I'm just a normal scrapbooker who loves stickers and papers and all this stuff. So we'll see you later. Bye. Happy spooky season.